So this team I have built is a team of the most popular diamonds used during the Summer Circuit Qualifier. In case you missed it last weekend, there was a Summer Circuit Qualifier, the second one we've had so far. And on this weekend, you have certain team builds and players that you can use. You play a bunch of games on legend difficulty. So a lot of top players competed, faced Randy Johnson a lot this weekend. So what I thought I would do is go through all the cards I saw used the most popular diamonds being used to help you choose cards for your team, whether you're playing in the qualifier or if you're just looking for good cards to use on your God squads for ranked seasons. You know, if you're trying to make World Series, you gotta play in Hall of Fame and Legend. Likely face a lot of players we saw in here. So we're gonna go through a team of cards that I saw used a bunch, my thoughts on the cards, and hop on into ranked and play a game on them. The new season just started. We'll be playing with this team on Hall of Fame. Here is the lineup. I think I'm gonna keep the lineup the same way. I don't think there's much change I'm gonna make. You see, we've got David Justice in left. He's got the reverse splits. One of the few lefty bats that was used. A lot of people were preparing for Randy Johnson. So you didn't see many lefties. However, we saw a bit of David Justice over the weekend. A lot of live series Mike Trout. Obviously, Mike Trout, one of, if not the best cards in the game right now, with his really good hitting attributes and contact and power, and a bunch of quirks to make him a really good card. Roberto Clemente, the NL collection, the contact and vision really played. A lot of people used him. Then in our infield, Manny Machado's live series, after getting some upgrades and some really solid splits versus lefties, and honestly, one of the better live series cards to use right now. Again, a few quirks to help him be really good. And again, if you're anticipating facing lefties like Randy, David Price, Tom Glavine, Dallas Keuchel, the splits versus lefties are very respectable right now. Ernie Banks was one of the few other diamonds we saw used. Again, he's got really good splits versus lefties. Not as good versus righties with that contact, but a good hitting card nonetheless. And actually, I think I might be using him over Michael Young because that power really is going to help at shortstop. There isn't much power at shortstop right now. Corey Seager, another one we saw used a bit. Good contact versus both sides. Well-rounded hitting versus both sides. Defense, a little bit of a sacrifice. You probably want to play him at second or third. However, a good shortstop option if you've been using this card since day one. Frank Thomas, elite hitting. Been in lineups basically all year and probably will be for a while now. A lot of people had him parallel 5. And this card was probably the kryptonite to Randy Johnson. And same with Jorge Posada. Really good splits versus righties. You saw him use more than Joe Mauer because he's a switch hitter, really good versus righties. Doesn't have that righty matchup. Still gets, you know, the left-handed matchup being a switch hitter and pretty good attributes versus left. Other diamonds that are going to be on the bench, Gary Sanchez I saw used a few times. Miguel Cabrera started in some lineups over Manny Machado. Taylor Ward slid in that catcher for some players. Brian Reynolds, my personal favorite face of the franchise, was used a good bit. And Ketel Marte, and right now I have his gold. Someone's going to say something about it. 93 Ketel Marte was used on so many teams this weekend. However, I'm prepping for the collection, so I cannot afford him. So, this card is a placeholder on the bench. Please don't yell at me, please, and thank you. And in the rotation, obviously, Randy Johnson was our most used pitcher throughout the weekend. Corbin Burns was number 2, funny enough, especially with inside edge and parallels. This card played up, really up in the 90s for a lot of people. Got that cutter sinker pitch mix. And I've used him a bit. However, I don't love his control. Don't love the size of his pars. However, a good pitcher at this point in the game for only 40K. Not a bad starter. Saw a little bit of Roy Halladay as well, but not as much as you may think. And then a couple Mike Messinas and Dallas Keuchels out in the blue. The other big pitcher I want to talk about is Yohan Duran. If you're not using this card in your bullpen, especially on Hall of Fame and Legend, throw him on there. Really good outlier four seam, outlier in the splitter, and a good cutter. And especially on the higher difficulties where the velocity plays well, this card was being used all the time in conjunction with Randy and Corbin Burns. So him and Aaron Loop were some of the big players. And yes, you could use Aaron Loop on your God squad right now, despite him being a silver. Hits per 9 plays, and his stuff is really good with that sidearm release he has. So 2 really big relievers if you are looking for them. And honestly, the left 5 relievers, Kenley, Devin Williams, and Steve Cishek, were also used a bit. But now let's hop on into a game and see how we do on a good old Hall of Fame with these guys. And yes, I'm pitching Randy Johnson. Don't yell at me, please, and thank you. Ooh, we're facing Justin Verlander. Okay. And we're facing a team with, honestly, a lot of cards we did not see this weekend. Serial Wart. And I think I might have Yankee uniforms on. Yep. I do have Yankee uniforms on right now because that may be foreshadowing for the next video we record. Mr. Bobby Clams. Okay, that was actually a really good pitch. 100 elevation. Uh-oh, SpaghettiOs. And also, the lack of fans is so, like, eerily quiet to me. It's tripping me out. There we go. Michael Nelson Trout. Hitting it right to the A. That is something that needs to happen one day. Oh, wait, I know what you're going to say, Deutsch. I know exactly what you're going to say now. It took me a moment. Skeeverland. There it is. Sorry. Not Skeeverville. Where did Skeeverville come from? Also, I am Bunce. All right, now we move. Now we move. Let us do the thing. No. Stop it. Why am I swinging at so many bad pitches? See, that right there is an example of not being on Hall of Fame swing timing. I think my stick is still jiggling. Seems about right, by the way. I don't know why I can't hit. I'm apparently just garbage at this game right now. It's got to really warm up. Oh, see, this is why we always assume bunt. This is why we always assume bunt. And I almost forgot. Oh, you're faking it. You're a phony. You're a big fat phony. I mean, listen, the bunt defense was in. I don't know what you were trying to do there. Like, the corners were literally in preparation for that, and not only did you not try to do a drag bunt, you just held the button. So I mean, you got the bunt down, but at what cost? I feel like this year there's a little bit of a change of pace with some pitching, with guys like Randy having slider slurve, same with guys like Kyle Wright. I'd love to talk about that as I start to get a feel of it. All right, well, Randy is still rolling. You know, maybe we're just keeping this a 1-0 ball game to not get a quit. I mean, that's definitely what it is, right? Just don't want the rage quit. That's all it is. Scann not be early on in a away pitch challenge. And then literally just missed that. I'm gonna cry. I'm broken. I'm just broken right now. Like, I'm not tired, but my body feels tired. And we're just gonna blame that for me sucking right now. Because I was playing on Legend. I had games on Legend earlier today. I was slapping the ball. Scored like 10 runs. But here we are in Hall of Fame, and we can't hit Justin Verlander right now. So I am so confused. All right, do we challenge him again on an inside fastball? Yes, we do. Yes. Keep challenging him until he times it. Pop. Bang. It was almost 2 hits. It was almost 2 hits because he threw a fastball right down the middle. Fine gap. Give me something. I need something. Thank you. We will absolutely take a double. Sneak by. We will take it. Oh, yeah. The runner on third was tagging up. Get in there. Oh. Oh. Attaboy, David Justice. And I think we did the rage quit thing. A lot of quits. That's why innings are tough to get. A good start to the ranked season and a little rage quit. We didn't get to use everyone, like we didn't get to use Yohan Duran, but a good showing. If you enjoyed this video, if you hit that thumbs up on it, we're doing another gameplay tomorrow as well, including some all-time Yankees, so make sure you're subbed on the YouTube channel. Keep an eye on that tomorrow, but I'll see you all again on the next one. Deuces.